Wrestling Rampage here, back with another video.
That's right, we are back with another video, and I'm Joey.
I'm Tommy.
We are Wrestling Rampage. Make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Wrestling Rampage 2. Follow us on Twitter at Wrestle Rampage. Hit that subscribe button. We have other great videos coming to you guys. And don't forget to enter the contest for the NXT Greatest Matches Volume 1 DVD getting released March 15th. We're going to do a review on March 15th, and we're also going to announce the winner for that DVD giveaway that we're going to be having. It's a brand new DVD. Won't be open or nothing. And all you got to do to enter is say that you want to enter. That's it. And we'll get in contact with you, get your information if you want, and send you your DVD.
That's right.
Right now, we're going to do 5 questions with Wrestling Rampage. All these questions were asked by our good friend Burrito35, which, last week, I believe it was last week, he said that, that he will be leaving his YouTube channel due to personal reasons. He wanted to wish us success here on YouTube, and wants us to keep doozing what we're doozing. And he asked us these questions, and we're gonna get started on those. But first we want to say thank you to Burrito35.
Yes.
For everything that you've done for us. Rather it's personal shout outs, videos that we do, he'll watch, he'll like, and he'll always give us a positive comment, which, nowadays you don't see very often. You see a lot of negative comments towards your videos nowadays, and, he's a really super cool guy. We wish nothing but the best for him.
Yes.
And, we're proud to say that, we got to know Breed a little personal, more than just YouTube.
Yeah.
We're glad to say that he's a really good friend of ours, and, everything that he's done, and, without him, Wrestling Addict 100, Mr. Polo Lifestyle, without TN Couponer and a few other ones, giving us shout outs and mentions and everything. Without you guys, our subscriber count wouldn't go up that much.
Yes.
Thanks to you guys, we're on the brink of 170 subscribers, which is awesome, because we, when we first started out YouTube, we didn't think we were going to get any subscribers.
Yeah.
And now we're at, in August, this will be 2 years doing YouTube.
Yeah.
Almost, going on 2 years in August, and, everything. I mean, without you guys, and without other support from you guys, from other, YouTube channels and things like that, we just want to thank you guys, so much for you guys' support. But, Burrito, we're hoping to look for you down the road, here on YouTube. You had a great channel, and we wish nothing but the best.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're going to go with the first question, which is, who is, in your opinion, the greatest individual wrestler from the decades, the 1970s, the 1980s, the 1990s, the 2000s, and today's era?
Bruno Sammartino for the 70s.
You'll have to say Bruno. I mean, there was nobody else that dominated the 70s besides Bruno.
In the 80s, Hulk Hogan for me.
80s, I would have to go with Ric Flair.
In the 90s, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
90s, Stone Cold.
And in this era?
The 2000s.
2000s? John Cena.
2000s. I would say Triple H myself. I wouldn't say he's the...
oh, wait a minute. 90s?
No, 2000s.
2000s?
I
like to switch my 90s here.
Yeah, go ahead.
90s would be Bret Hart.
90s will be Bret Hart.
And 2000 would be Stone Cold.
I'll switch to 90s. I'm going to say Shawn Michaels. 2000s, I'll also go with Stone Cold. And then today's, John Cena.
And today's, John Cena.
So, Bruno Sammartino, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, and John Cena.
Me, Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena.
If your greatest, second question, if your greatest individual wrestler from each decade fought for the world title, what would be the stipulation? Where does it take place? Who would win and why?
Well, let me go ahead and finish mine. It'll all be a big schmoz because no one's doing a job. So
we know Hogan ain't gonna do the job.
We know Bruno ain't gonna do a job. We know Hogan ain't gonna do the job because it don't work for him, brother. And Bret Hart ain't gonna do a job.
Not in Canada, especially.
So, not in Canada, especially Stone Cold Steve Austin. He'll do the job if he has to.
He'll do it, but he'll take his ball and go home.
Yeah. And John Cena, you know he ain't laying down for the 3 count.
That'd be kind of hard for me, too, because Bruno's not going to do the job. Ric Flair will do the job, but in the 80s, he was the fucking man. I mean, come on now. You going to make Ric Flair lay down to anybody? 90s, you know Sean's gonna take his tights and go home.
He'll do the politicking role.
Lost his smile.
Yeah, that's right.
And 2000s, Stone Cold, he'll do the job, but he'll take his ball and go home too. And John Cena, he won't lay down either. If I would have to choose a stipulation match, I guess I'd do like a kind of like an elimination chamber in a way, but like with only 5 people.
Me, it's just going to be a big schmoz.
A big schmoz. Huh?
And go by count out. So no one could be fucking doing the job.
Who would win and why? God, I don't know.
Well, like I said, mine would be a count out. So no one will do the fucking job.
Nobody's going to do the job. I guess the same would go with me. I mean, to be honest, none of them will want to do the job. I'll take a little spin off you and Bret Hart there. That's going to end in a big schmoz, so to speak. Number 3. What is your favorite movie involving a wrestler?
Favorite movie revolving a wrestler?
Involving a wrestler. I already know which one yours is. It's the wrestler with Mickey Rourke, and the wrestler that's involved in that is Mr. Cat Miller, right? My favorite's probably Ready to Rumble, to be honest with you. I thought it was funny. It was a stupid ass movie, but it kind of fit and it was funny. But then again, they kind of
favorite movie revolving a wrestler.
Yeah, involving a wrestler. I'm gonna go with Ready to Rumble, even though Ready to Rumble kind of ruined WCW.
Yeah, but it's gotta revolve a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it, I guess The Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, actually, I like that movie. The fourth question is, what features would you like to see in the next WWE game?
Me, the traditional Survivor Series matches.
Rather it's 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. It would be nice to have a traditional.
That's what I would like to see in the WWE game.
Traditional Survivor Series match. And going back to what he said with the traditional Survivor Series match, another thing I like to see in the game is if they could possibly do it, which they probably won't, because Vince has control of all this shit, and he doesn't want to give credit where credit's due, of course. I like to see like the war games. 2 rings, double cage, but we know Vince ain't gonna do that. Other features, change that fucking submission.
Yeah, change other features. Change the fucking submission and stop doing this circle bullshit.
Because I'll fucking tell you this, and I don't care if you guys want to face me on there or not.
If you give me a submission, I'm losing.
Yeah, you give me the fucking submission, I'm gonna tap out like a fucking drunk man. All right, because it's so fucking frustrating and fucking confusing on how to get out of that motherfucker. So change the fucking submissions back, or fucking change it to something else that's a little more fucking easier than fucking doing this shit. Other features that you like to see in the video game. Oh, I got one. Instead of taking up a fucking spot on there for fucking one character, why don't you just fucking change the fucking tights?
Yeah.
Instead of fucking 2016 ain't too bad with that, but 2015 was. Fucking 2003 fucking Triple H and fucking nowadays Triple H and fucking Armageddon Triple H. I was in there like, are you fucking shitting me? How many fucking Triple H's are there in this fucking game? That's one thing that always fucking, struck me as fucking bullshit. And I'd say, like, put some more Hall of Famers in there. Or WWE...
I got one.
Alumni.
I got one. Put some better divas on there. You missed Sasha Banks. You missed Becky Lynch. You didn't even have Charlotte in the game. And, but you could have Layla, who retired though. And fucking Eva Marie, like who wants to play as that cunt?
Yeah. Those are a few things that I like to see in the next WWE game, which they probably won't do. So
they probably won't even do the traditional Survivor Series either.
And then the last question is number 5. If you were to create your own Wrestling Hall of Fame, how would you select who goes in, and who would be your first Hall of Fame inductees? First of all, to be voted into the Hall of Fame, first of all, you had to be retired.
Yeah.
Rather it's early retirement or death. Let's just be honest, or death. And I will not have any celebrity wing.
Yeah, no celebrity bullshit.
There's no fucking reason why you should have a fucking celebrity in a Hall of Fame. In a wrestling Hall of Fame. Like fucking, what's his fucking? I forgot his fucking name. Drew Carey. Royal Rumble 2001. All I did was jump over the rope when Kane got in there. That cements his legacy.
Him and his fucking jogging pants.
That cements his legacy in the WWE Hall of Fame. Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah, fuck, you might as well put Snooki in there.
Oh, Snooki will be in the Hall of Fame one day. One day. Remember that. And to me, you don't have to win any titles to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Like some people be like, oh, well, they never they were never tag champs, or they were never fucking world champs. It doesn't fucking matter.
Well, they never won a title. What are you, a fucking mark?
They put their fucking bodies on the line just like every other fucking superstar did.
Yeah, even if they didn't win titles.
I'm sorry, but a lot of people want to give shit about the Bushwhackers being in the WWE Hall of Fame. That they never won the WWE Tag Team Championships. You know why? Because everybody.
Yeah, but every time they came out, they had the people. Everyone was doing the fucking Bushwhacker.
Damn well when you were in the 90s. I know that we were fans of the Bushwhackers when we were younger.
Damn right, we were whacking away.
That's right. Damn well you were whacking away with the fucking Bushwhackers. Don't
right.
fucking lie.
Damn right.
and you want to sit here and
criticize them
yeah.
because they never won the tag team titles.
You know,
they didn't have to.
You didn't have to. And the thing was that they also won regional titles all over the world that some people don't know about.
Yeah.
You know, I know they wrestled in the NWA as the Sheep Herders. You know, and they wrestled primarily in New Zealand till they became, you know, until they got into the States, and they've won championships all over. You know,
yeah.
Just because they didn't win the WWF Tag Team
Same
Championships.
thing with Coco Beware. You know, Coco Beware didn't win no titles, but every time he came out, you did the fucking bird, didn't you?
That's right.
Anytime Hacksaw Jim Duggan came out, you did the hoe, didn't you? Even though he never won no titles.
Well, he won the WCW TV title in the United States Championship.
Yeah, well, we're talking WWE here.
Well, yeah, WWE, he didn't win any belts.
Yeah, in WCW, he did win belts. But he had a guaranteed contract, so.
But, yeah, those would be the way of getting voted in.
You know.
And who would be the first inductees in your Hall of Fame? Now, this doesn't have to necessarily be people that's in the Hall of Fame now. It just has to be people that you would put in.
Rick Rude.
Rick Rude. Who else?
Owen Hart.
Don't put too many dead people in there now.
I got more.
Go ahead. We'll put 6 in. Okay, 6 people is a class of Hall of Fame. Sometimes there's 7, but we're just gonna say 6 for right now. So you say Rick Rude, Owen Hart.
Yeah.
Who else?
Who else?
Mm-hmm.
The Great Muta.
Okay.
He's better than that Fujinami guy.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know. Sorry.
3 more.
3 more. Let's put a tag team in there. What would be a good tag team?
They could be in the Hall of Fame right now.
Yeah, fuck it. Put Demolition in there.
Demolition. Okay, go
Because I
ahead.
feel sorry for Billy and Barry also.
Go ahead.
And then probably the last guy I put in. Probably have to be the last guy. It has to be a fucking Attitude Era guy. And it'll probably have to be since Stone Cold's already in there. And you need another second top guy. Fuck, I guess Dwayne.
Rock. To me, the first. Well, I mean, right now he's not retired, but I'm assuming he.
You might as well say The Rock is retired.
Well, yeah. For me, the guy's not retired yet, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna retire probably after this WrestleMania or after the next WrestleMania after that. But The Undertaker, definitely a shoe-in. Shawn Michaels, of course. But you know, that's just selfish me. Dusty Rhodes, of course. I mean, I already know that he's in the WWE Hall of Fame, just like Shawn Michaels is. But you know, they just now got the news about it. The Freebirds. I would have put the Freebirds in a long time ago, personally. So I'm gonna say the Freebirds. And then I guess I'll go with one more, which is this is tough. I'm gonna give it to a jobber, just to show that there's no criticism. Barry Horowitz. Hashtag Barry Horowitz Hall of Fame. Anyway, yeah. So you don't have to win a title to be in the fucking Hall of Fame. You just had to be good at what you fucking did, and Barry did.
Yeah, he beat Skip.
He beat Skip.
And that's all I remember about his career.
Besides, he jobbed all the time.
Yeah.
But he always patted himself on the back. Remember that. But if you guys want to ask us a question, you guys can ask us questions. You can ask us 5 questions. You can ask us how many questions you guys want. Just send us questions through the comments down below. either through our Twitter, which is at Wrestle Rampage, or our Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. You guys can ask us questions through those. We'll be glad to answer your questions. Gladly answer the questions. And we hope that Brita enjoyed this video, and this one's for you, buddy. That being said, Wrestling Rampage is the cream that rises to the top. That's right, the cream of the crop.
And nobody does it better.